Hi, and welcome back to another AnyRPG Development Livestream. In these videos, I livestream the development of the AnyRPG Engine, a 100% free and open source role-playing game engine designed in Unity and written in C#. These videos are unscripted and give you a chance to take a behind-the-scenes look at the unfiltered, methodical side of software development. For more information on AnyRPG, be sure to check out AnyRPG.org, where you can find documentation on the engine, links to the full source code at the official GitHub repository, and downloads of AnyRPG Alpha, a free game designed to showcase the features of the AnyRPG engine. If you would like to see more of this type of content in the future, be sure to like the videos, subscribe to the Cohesion YouTube channel, or just leave a message in the comments telling me what you'd like to see. In today's episode, we will be hopefully finishing up the creation of the prefabs for the Unity package. We've gotten pretty far through being able to play the entire game just with example stuff, and I went and actually figured out one of the issues I was having with the inspectors last time, or I mean with the shaders last time. So I'll be able to properly have my transparent items that I wanted to as well. Basically, if you'd seen before, I was having trouble getting transparent stuff, and I was typing transparent in here, and you can see the transparent diffuse, it says WFX. It's not actually like the Unity one, and I couldn't find like the proper one basically. And the reason is because it doesn't show up in the search because it's down here under legacy shaders, which is apparently non-searchable, and then transparent and diffuse. And if you do that, then you'll be able to properly have your shaders in there. So I have a transparent blue material right here. We want transparent materials of all color. So I'm gonna actually, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna copy the other materials and just make them transparent instead. So we have a black material. We'll call this one black material transparent. Set the shader to legacy shader, transparent, diffuse, and set the main color to 50% transparent. And then we have a blue one that's transparent already, so let's make a brown transparent material. Whoops, that was not what I wanted to copy in there. Yeah, okay, I guess I have to Control C to copy that. I think I forgot that step last time. Okay, and then that's interesting. I wonder if that works as well. This may be like a new thing. They changed it since the older version of Unity that I was using. Let's try that with the red one. Actually, I'm just a little bit curious now if I can just straight up set the rendering mode to opaque on the regular material, and if that will, or I mean to transparent, and see if that actually works. Let's try that, and then I want to look at my example skeleton warrior spawner. And this one has the blue material transparent, so we want the red material transparent. And let's load the game and see if that actually does anything. Wow, it does. Okay, so I guess that's part of the whole new Unity thing, and I guess that's why you don't even need to look for those anymore. Interestingly enough, I think this has to do with the normals. It doesn't look pink when you're inside of it. But for now, basically that's all I wanted. I just really wanted it to be transparent, and I think we accomplished that. So that's cool. Let's go back. Whoops, actually let's just exit out of that. We don't need to save that. So I guess, yeah, we can just go and set that mode on all the materials. I guess just back to standard. And I don't know why I have two standard double-sided. Interesting. Wow, and they're both checked. That's really strange. I don't know if that's some sort of error or not. I want to try that actually with the red material. Let's try standard double-sided and see what happens when you're on the inside of that. For now though, we should make a copy of our yellow material and then make a transparent version of that. And then we can make a copy of our white material, make a transparent version of that. Make a copy of our violet material and make that one transparent as well. And we already have a red transparent material, so we should make a green transparent material. And then we've got a gray material here. So we've got a transparent version of that. And our brown one looks okay. For our blue one, I am going to put it back to the standard shader and just set it to transparent. And then for our black material, yeah, that looks fine. Okay, good. So we now have transparent versions of all our materials. So then the next thing we need to do is to complete our quest. There was an item. It was called the Crystal Mine Portal. Teleport Crystal Mine Portal variant. I think it was this one right here. Yeah, okay. So we want to make a copy of that. And we want to rename that to example teleport crystal mine portal. And we're just going to unpack that prefab by loading it and right clicking on it and going unpack prefab. So now it's basically its own prefab, and then that goes in our interactables portal. So we're going to go down into our interactables here, create a portal directory for it. Oh, we already have one. I just didn't see it. Okay. We're going to move it into the portal directory and then open it up just need to change this ground energy here to something else. Why don't we make it a violet cube, and I actually want to make transparent versions of basically all these. So we're going to duplicate all those. Change its material to black material transparent. Change this one to blue material transparent. Change this one to brown material transparent. Change that one to gray material transparent. Change this one to green material transparent. Change that one to red material transparent. Change this one to violet material transparent. Change this one to white material transparent. And change this one to yellow material transparent. So now we have transparent versions of all of those cubes. And now we can change that from the violet cube to the violet cube transparent. Yeah, there, that one. Okay, and then let's just check and make sure. Okay, so this needs to be example the crystal mine. This is actually going to be, let's see, teleport example combat scene, because we don't have a crystal mine. It will be called example crystal mine entrance, and change that to example the crystal mine and a small example glowing crystal. Okay, and old mine shaft. Okay, I think that's good. So then we want to take that and we're going to need to move it into the level, but first I want to grab some prefabs from the mouse base. So I think we had like an alchemy table somewhere. No, maybe let's see, did we have like a cooking cauldron? Mouse cooking cauldron. We need one of these anyway, so we will copy that, and this is going to be the example mouse cooking cauldron, and then we're going to make that go into our interactables crafting. Oh look, the mouse inscription table, that's the other one we wanted. Good. So let's just make a copy of that too. So we'll pull those into our crafting prefab interactables directory in the example folder here. And And for the cauldron, I'm just going to remove that, and I'm going to pull in, I don't think I have any cylinders yet, do I? No, I have cubes, spheres, and cylinders. Or cubes and spheres, so I need a new folder called cylinder. And for now, I'm just going to make like just a black cylinder. Can I do 3D object from here, or do I have to? I think I have to do that inside of a scene, don't I? Okay. 3D object, cylinder. Yeah, that looks good. And if I look at the scene and hit F to focus on it, that's about right. And so I'm just going to call this AnyRPG cylinder black. And it gets to have the AnyRPG black material. And then we'll pull it into the cylinder directory, make a prefab out of it. Black cube. Yeah, these are bad names. It should actually be cube black, not black cube, but whatever. Okay. Anyway, cylinder black is fine. And so then we can just delete this from that scene. Go into our crafting directory, open up the mouse cooking cauldron, and then pull in the black cylinder. And then we just need to set that to 0, 0, 0. Interesting, we've got a box collider on here. I wonder if I should just change that to like a capsule collider or something. Oh, well, whatever. I'm just going to leave that for now. We'll see how that looks once we pull it into the screen. So then this needs to be example cooking, example cooking, display name, example cooking cauldron, interactable name, example cooking cauldron. Okay, and that should be good. So then we also need to make some updates to the crafting inscription table. So let's open that prefab up, and we're just gonna literally like remove everything from it. And then we're gonna look for our table. Okay, where did I put the table? You know what? Let's just go look at our other thing that actually has it in it and then select it. So in our example, crafting table. Hey, that should be in the crafting directory. And in fact, blacksmithing forge should be in the crafting directory as well. Okay, that's better. So we have our example crafting table. If we open that up, oh, no wonder I didn't make a prefab out of it. Well, that explains everything. So I need to make a prefab out of it. Let's call this AnyRPG example table. And we'll just pull it into the prefabs directory, shapes. Yeah, okay, I'll make like a complex objects subdirectory for it or something maybe. So now we can go back to our example mouse inscription table, open this up, and pull in our example table. Good. And yeah, that box is the right place. So this is an example crafting table, example inscription, example inscription, example alchemy, yeah, there we go, example crafting table. Okay, so that looks pretty good. So now we need those prefabs pulled into our example default scene. So let's go, and this is actually starting to get like a little disorganized here. So let's create an empty game object, and we will call it mouse units, and we'll put example squeak a lot, sneak a lot, mix a lot, and fish a lot into it. And then we'll create another empty, and we'll call this one gathering nodes, and we'll put the mining node, all of the herbalism nodes, the fishing node, the tree node, all into there. And then we can make one called portals. And put the two portals into it. Okay, so this one basically here we have the position of our mouse units. So then that looks okay. I'm going to put the mouse prefabs like by the mouse units here. So let's go down and grab all of our mouse crafting prefabs. So we have the example mouse inscription table there, the example mouse cooking cauldron there. Alright, that's good. And then over with the portals, which are all over, both basically over here, we need to add the example teleport crystal mine portal, and we'll put that into the portals object there, and then we'll grab these two crafting nodes, and actually I think yeah, I will make a empty for them and call it crafting nodes, and then we can put both of those into the crafting nodes as well as the blacksmithing forge and the crafting table. Okay, cool, and that's a little better. I suppose I could probably make a new empty right here and call it alpha NPCs, and then that's these three right here. And these guys right here are just like example NPCs, so we'll create a new empty for them and call them example NPCs. this guy here is an alpha NPC, our example Guardian of Souls unit. And then our bank, chest, bodymatic, and fountain of time are basically just like alpha interactables. So we'll call those alpha interactables. Okay. That should be good, I think. So that's basically, I think, the rest of the items that we needed. I did notice one thing though, last time I was playing, and that was our example Blizzard Aura over here had an ability effect prefab for Blizzard sound. Now the Blizzard Aura AoE has a radius of 30. So what we want to do is we want to go to our example Blizzard Aura effect right here, the status effect, and we want to replace that with an AnyRPG blue sphere. But whoops, we don't actually want that blue sphere. What we want to do is, similarly to the cubes, we want to make some transparent spheres. So we'll change that to black transparent. Change this to blue transparent. Change that to brown transparent. Change this one to gray transparent. Change this one to green transparent. Change that one to red transparent. Change that one to violet transparent. This one is white transparent. And finally change this one to yellow transparent. Okay, and what I actually want is a blue transparent sphere with a 30-meter radius. So we're going to rename that to 30 meters. And I think that means we just do like 30, 30, 30. And then if we go back to Blizzard Aura, example Blizzard Aura, the status effect, then we can change that blue sphere for the 30-meter transparent blue sphere, and then we should actually see like the sphere around us. Similarly, we have a red sphere here, and I need to make a 2-meter transparent red sphere to represent our blood shield. So red sphere, 2-meter transparent, just set it to 2, 2, and 2. And then go into the blood shield. And this is our status effect here. And instead of the force field, we want our red sphere, transparent. parent 2 meters. And I think I'll see if I can find any more of those. I think I found last time as well that our example condensed deaths yeah, there we go. Some of these are starting the wrong quest. So elemental air here needs to be example elemental air. Elemental death needs to be example elemental death. Elemental earth needs to be example elemental earth. This may have been like one of those times where Unity crashed and I didn't save things beforehand because I think I remember doing this, but it's possible I could have just missed it. So we'll just change all of these to the example versions. And everything looks pretty good there. Just need to change this to the example lesser elemental death and change that to a small glowing crystal, example a small glowing crystal. Okay, that looks good. So I'm going to remember to save that because if anything crashes, we don't want to lose that stuff there. And I think it's time to go in and start testing that stuff. So let's load up our example load game manager and press play on that. And we'll see how far we can get in our quest chain now with just our example stuff. So we have to turn in a small glowing crystal, and we're supposed to turn it in right here. Because if we look at that, yeah, go north and look for any clues. Oh, you know what? I have the wrong quest. Right, now I remember what happened. Okay, so basically when I killed the skeleton, that was pointing at the wrong quest, so we actually have to go kill that skeleton again. But you know what? Actually, we can just go turn in, I think, that quest over here. No, maybe not. Okay. You know what I'm going to do? I'm just going to abandon that. And then we have to go kill the skeleton again. And where's our skeleton? He's going to be over at one of these ones. You know what? I think he's at the red one. Yeah, he is. Okay. So we'll just go kill him real quick here, and then we have some really cool stat things here. So let's try our sample dark tentacles and fire shield, lightning destruction aura, object not set to an instance of an object. Okay. Yeah, the channeled effects. That makes sense. I I didn't add channeled effects to it yet. That might require us, let's see, let's just get rid of those real quick. Okay, we're not going to worry about the lightning shield for now. Channeled effects are a really interesting one because you need like a prefab that's going to stretch between you and the mob. So I have to take a little bit of a deeper look into that. Okay, there we go. Good. So now let's take all that stuff, and now I have the proper small glowing crystal quest. So let's save the game. Hey, and you know what? Actually, that double-sided transparency thing is working too, because on the inside everything properly looks red. So that's good. And hopefully that means yes, I can turn in this quest. And because this is like a trigger, no. Oh right, I forgot to set that as trigger. So if I look at my example crystal mine entrance, you know what else I need to do? All these things are on the default layer, and so I'm actually like walking over them, and I don't want that to happen. So let's go down and fix that right now as well. So we can go, let's just close all this up so that's a little neater. Perfect. Okay, so our cubes right here, we're all just going to put them on just basically like spell effects layer. That'll just prevent us from walking over them. Anything that's like on the default layer, our character is going to try to walk over. So just move that down to the spell effects layer as well. And have to do the same for the projectiles. They should be on that layer as well. And our sphere should be on that layer as well. Okay, and now hopefully I won't try to walk over that stuff anymore. Now let's take a look at the, what was that object? The example crystal, no, example teleport. Yeah, there. And if I open up this prefab, I just need to turn that box collider into a trigger. And then we should see properly the trigger ability on this. So let's test that. We're just going to save the game, exit, reload. And let's see here. I'm still, oh, you know what? Because example crystal mine entrance, I didn't change that thing. That one is actually its own thing here, so we want to just change that to spell effects. Yeah, that's better. Now I won't walk over it anymore. Okay, let's try that. There we go. Now I'm finally walking through it. Okay, that's what I like to see. And I can complete example glowing crystal. And I get example the crystal mine, which I bring back to Sir Invincible. And I can complete that and example investigate the mine. And then, oh Oh, right, there is one prefab that I totally forgot. So the crystal mine entrance has like this, the crystal mine, let's just save this for a sec, has a glowing crystal inside of it that's a quest giver. So it's this glowing crystal interactable right here. We'll duplicate that, change it to example glowing crystal interactable, and move it down to the quest givers. And we don't have a quest givers, so that's fine. We can just leave it down here. It's not like there's a bunch of quest givers we have to group together anyway. And let's see, let's just open this up here for a second. Look at it in the scene. Basically, we want to get rid of this thing right here. So I think if we just remove the mesh renderer, and this glowing crystal doesn't have anything, so that's okay. And I think what we can do basically, let's just remove the mesh filter and just change this capsule collider. It's still like on an angle. Ah, that's why. Okay, let's change all that back to 0, 0, 0. Okay, and I'm just going to actually remove the capsule collider here. And then I'm going to put a violet cube 2 meters. And then we can just put basically a box collider on this one. And change the Y size to 2. Good, and that should work. So then we've got our example glowing crystal here, and we just need to put it into our example default scene. And it's like a quest item, so it, I don't know, can just sort of go over here, I guess. There isn't really like maybe a great place for it. So that looks okay. And let's go back to our example load game manager. Press play and see what happens. Okay, and I think I forgot to add a bunch of example words to our example glowing crystal here. So we'll go into the interactables, example glowing crystal, just open that up. Yeah. So this thing is a quest giver that ends. Example, investigate the mines, and begins, no, he begins, no, ends that and begins a strange glowing crystal. Okay. So he's an example, strange glowing crystal. The unit frame target is just going to be AnyRPG, whoops, violet cube, 2 meters. And he is an example, strange glowing crystal. And the display name is example glowing crystal. Okay, that looks okay. I think maybe now we'll be able to turn in our quests with it. So let's load the game. Okay, good. We have a glowing crystal. We can walk up, we can complete the quest. We can go back to Sir Invincible. Complete that. And get our mouse quest. Okay, good. And then we can go over to Squeak-a-Lot. And we can accept that. We can go to Sneak-a-Lot. And accept that. Let's find the Swamp Reed example Marsh Reed. Okay, we have all of those. Go back to Sneak-a-Lot and learn that stuff right here. Then we want to go over to this crafting table over here. Make a bunch of parchment paper. Alright, and then try crafting some scrolls. Okay, awesome. And that quest is now complete. And then now we have to go kill 10 Goblin Rangers. So the Goblin Rangers are over here in the combat zone. And you can see them all over here having a fight with our mouse units. So let's see, what should I turn on? How about my new, oh, I'm still using the wrong ball for my Blizzard Destruction Aura. Or I mean the wrong effect prefab. Let's actually change that. So I have the Blizzard Destruction Aura, and that is a status effect which casts the Blizzard Destruction Aura AoE with an AoE radius of 40. I want the example Blizzard Destruction Aura AoE. I'm going to put that AoE radius down to 30, and then my example Blizzard Destruction Aura status effect can have my prefab of the blue sphere 30-meter transparent, so I can basically see how far that's going to be cast. Wow, that was like a cannon. Okay, and I get my goblin ears, and I have to change the name of these to example Goblin Rangers. So let's just save the game. We'll exit out right now, and if I look at example Goblin Ranger unit, I bet you, yeah, his name here needs to be changed, and his faction needs to be changed. And it looks like the small mana potion needs to be changed as well. And I think everything else is okay. So just make sure we save that. Load the game again. Okay, I think that'll work now. So let's turn on our example Blizzard Destruction Aura. Wow, that is huge. It's so big, I can't even actually zoom back my camera far enough to get out of it. I think on my blue transparent, I think I also want to make that double-sided then. The good news is, however, I am successfully shooting these guys. And so let's turn on the example blood shield. I want to see if that one works. Yeah, cool. I properly have that little shield around me. However, I seem to be unable to loot anything. Oh, you know what? My blue sphere might not be on the spell effects layer. That might be part of the issue here. Because I noticed I could loot as soon as I canceled it, which indicates to me that it might be trapping mouse clicks. So we'll check that out in a second. And that's good. We got like almost all our Goblin Rangers that we need. Okay, good. We got 10 Goblin Rangers. So let's go back. And one of our mice should have a quest for us now. We can learn alchemy. Cool. We can buy an example cheese. 42 left. Let's see, 32 left, so that's working. We can buy our water. I have 339 silver, buy a bunch more waters. That's good. Stacks are working here. If I go, you know what? Mix-a-lot and fish-a-lot look like oh. No, that's fine. He's just gonna straight up teach me cooking. Okay. And I have a quest from him now. I think Fish-a-lot I need to change his faction because he should be able to teach me fishing. So we'll go take a look at that in a sec. And I also need to bring those example pigs down here. In the meantime, let's go over here and just make sure. What am I missing? An example spotted mushroom. I thought I had some spotted mushrooms in my bag. Okay, let's grab some spotted mushrooms. And we know the other one works, so let's try crafting one of these and one of these. Okay, good. So we have mana potion. And I think I must have already had a health potion. It probably went into a stack somewhere. Kind of hard to see with these sample icons. And we have example cooked ham. Perfect. So let's go turn in this one with invincible. Oh, and you know what else I'm missing? I am missing a sample tear in reality. Okay, so we need the little porkers, fix fish-a-lot, and a sample tear in reality unit. So let's go start with example fish-a-lot. We'll just fix him first. I think very likely, yeah, I just have to put the word example. Actually, it looks like I've totally missed him completely, but this might have been one of those things where when we had those Unity crashes, I just hadn't saved it. Or it's possible I just forgot. let's see, these all need to be changed. So example Knights of the Cheddar Table, example Knights of the Cheddar Table, example fishing skill, and that looks okay. So that was issue number 1 with Fish a Lot. The next issue was that we didn't have pigs. So AnyRPG Little Piglet is just the model. So it's actually the pig pickup node that we want. So this is an item pickup interactable. We're just going to duplicate that and change that to the example pig pickup node, and then move it down into the prefabs directory here. And then take a look at that. Interactables, example pig pickup node. And let's open that up, and we have the little piglet in there. We're just going to remove him because we don't need him. He is an example little piglet. So for the spawn prefab, we can just use, let's see, red cube transparent. Yeah, just regular red cube. I don't have like a pink cube yet. So let's open all these up. Okay, good. So example little piglet has one prerequisite. We need example cooking, and he will give us an example uncooked ham. That looks good. So then we'll need to put him in the level, and then there was one more spawn prefab. It was the tear in reality, and this was the reality tear, and this was basically like a quest giver sort of prefab. And it's the example reality tear. And we already have like everything else that's in here. Yeah, okay, good. So example reality tear is like pretty much our last prefab I think we need. It's an interactable. And let's see, where are we here? Interactables, example reality tear. Good, let's open that up. And let's make sure everything is valid. So we'll swap all these out with the example prefabs, example reality tear, and this, let's see, we'll just do one of our spheres. Which sphere looks most like a reality tear? How about a half transparent violet sphere? And example reality tear, example report back to camp, example defend the knights, example reality tear. Okay, and that should be okay. Let's just see, there should be a unit frame target on here somewhere. There's no unit frame target. Okay. Well, I guess that's fine. We'll just see how that looks anyway. Alright, so now we just need to go back to our example default scene. And let's, I don't know, let's put it over here. Maybe let's get the pigs over here too as well. So here's our interactables. We'll do a pig pickup node. Several of them, in fact. And then example reality tear, I don't know, like right here. Okay, good. That should be okay. Alpha interactables. Just move all the pig pickup nodes down there. Same with the reality tear and the example glowing crystal. Okay. And now we can go back to our example load game manager. And let's press play. Load into the game, load our character up, and see. Oh wow, did I forget to save it? I think I forgot to save it after I killed all these goblin rangers. Okay. Sure. Time to kill some goblin rangers again. So let's just go set everybody on fire by walking through them. And if I look at my currency tab, I've got more than enough goblin ears. Oh wow, I'm almost dead. Huh, I didn't even notice that. Wow, that was so close. Okay, good thing I've got this healing spell over here. I have more healing spells. Nature Sphere, good. Okay, whoa. We got an error. Oh, neat. Okay. Nature Sphere has circular references. Let's go take a look at that and fix that. That's awesome. That's that circular reference protection we put in last time, and that totally just saved us from crashing the game and going in an infinite loop. So if we look at example Nature Sphere AoE, yeah, the hit ability effect list is supposed to be something else. So let's look at the regular Nature Sphere AoE, and the regular Nature Sphere AoE cast Nature Sphere AoE heal. So this one should also cast example Nature Sphere AoE heal. That's good. We can't save this yet, but what we can do is go run away and port back and then save the game. And now we have all our goblin rangers done in. And let's see. Okay, that's good. So Mix-a-Lot can now teach us cooking. And let's see if we can get these little hams. Yeah, cool. We can pick up our hams. And then we can go back to Mix-a-Lot. And then let's see, do we still have the hams? I don't think we do. Let's go pick up some more. Pick up some more hams. And then if we go over to our cooking cauldron, we can craft one of these guys now. Perfect. And so I have example uncooked ham. I have to change the prefabs for those as well. Let's get rid of some of these stats. And then we have example cooked ham. And let's eat this all the way through. And then, cool, we have full of ham. So that stat boost worked, and we can see our hit points going up. So that stuff's all working. That's good. And I think fish a lot here. We can learn from him. And we have to buy the cheese. Okay, good. And I'm pretty sure I can make one of these. Yeah, good. I got a mana potion out of it. Okay, so then I can run back to Sir Invincible, complete the quest, and then my example reality tear shows up over here. Wow, we got a colorful little level here. Clicking on the reality tear, we get all those, and then so now, okay, so these guys should all at this point have dialogues, and they don't. So let's just go figure out why. Probably I just forgot to change the name of a dialogue or something. Actually, you know what? We're going to save this because we edited some prefabs while we were in the game. So then let's go look for those dialogues. So in our sample AI units, we have example master impassive, and he should have a dialogue interactable. Example question impassive. I bet you, yeah, that's the problem there. Okay, so basically these guys all have prerequisites, and it should, you know what, I'm just going to edit them at the same time, or separately. Just to be safe. So change that, change that, change that. Okay, very cool. So now we can load the game again, likely. And let's go to play, load game. Okay, awesome. Everybody's got dialogue icons on now. So that worked. We got credit for that. We got credit for that. And we got credit for that. That's good. So then we can go back to our example reality tear here. Complete that quest. Use example teleport Soulforge. Okay. We can't use that quest because we totally don't have it. So I need to change that. What's the best way to do that? Do I have an example port spell? Teleport example default scene. Yeah, okay, so we can use that. So we'll just go in and edit example Terra in reality. Quest example Terra in reality. And so this one should be teleport example default scene. Save that, press play. I'm actually a little bit interested to see what will happen, because that is actually the scene that we're in. I don't know what happens if you try to teleport to your own scene. I guess we're about to find out. So I guess, yeah, I didn't save after that, so we got to go through this again. Okay, good. And this time I'm actually going to save before we turn this in. And then let's turn that in. Okay, good. So use example teleport default scene. Let's see what happens. Okay, cool. Yeah, it works fine. It just, yeah, reloads the scene. Good. That's what we wanted. So now we have example Guardian of Souls, achievement Guardian of the Grove complete. Right on. Okay. So basically that's all of the scene prefabs that we need. I'm interested, which quests does this guy have? Wow. You scratch my back. Our king. Wow, this is an old quest that's totally not in use anymore. So I'm actually gonna remove that. Because it still refers to a king. This was like an old demo quest that I had a long time ago that I replaced with the Sunsworn faction quest chain. Okay, so now we have basically all the prefabs that we need. And there's just a couple things we need to swap out now. I'm just wondering if I should like actually make that another episode or not. Well, let's keep going for now, actually. Yeah, so I guess we can just go do like a combat test or something. I need to go test all of the combat abilities. And basically just make sure that we're not referring... Oh. Okay. We have a crash. What are we? Quest node dot my quest dot my name. I wonder which quest giver that was. Let's go find out, because that's kind of odd. Oh, you know what? I bet you, yeah, it was that quest that we deleted. So we need to put in some null reference protection here in case a quest giver has a reference to a quest that was deleted, basically. So if that's null, we just need to return. And if that's null, we just need to return as well. So Control A, KF just to fix that formatting so it's a little easier to read. And before we fix the guy, let's actually just test to make sure we don't crash again. to play and load game. Wow, okay, no, we still are crashing. Quest node.myQuestTemplate is null. We are returning. It looks like we actually make it beyond that. Wow. Okay, so we need to basically move some of this logic up here. So basically, first we're just going to fix the formatting. And then if quest node dot my quest does not equal null, and quest node dot my quest dot my name does not equal null, and quest node dot my quest dot my name does not equal string dot empty, then we can do this stuff here. But what we really want to do first is actually, this is going to get a quest, right? Quest, yeah, okay. Quest temp quest equals this stuff right here. And then basically, if temp quest does not equal null and temp quest.getStatus. Okay, that's better. And hopefully all those checks will prevent us from attempting to do any null or do any comparisons with things that are null. So let's try reloading the game again. Still not going to fix the quest because I want to make sure that our code can deal with like invalid values and such in here. So press play and play, load game, go into there. Okay, much better. So then we're going to go over to our quest giver here. And we get another null reference. Awesome. What? I saw something like right before this thing went out. Example, what the whole? Okay, let's try to figure out what that null reference was all about. Okay, so I feel like I just need like an if-then statement around all of this stuff, basically. If quest does not equal null, then I can go ahead and do all that stuff right up to there. And Control A, K, F just to fix the formatting again. Okay. And let's jump out of the game. And see if we've actually solved all the null reference issues with having like invalid quests in there. Because it's really important our game can deal with like situations like that gracefully. Can count on clean data 100% of the time. So it's good to be able to handle it when it's not clean data. Okay, way better. Yeah. Now I have all the quests listed here properly, which is what I want. Okay, very cool. So every quest in here can be completed. All right, and let's go to the combat scene now. And I can just run over. Whoa, wrong one. I can run over this one. It'll automatically teleport me there without having to cast. So let's see. Example tornado. Okay, I need to make a tornado project tile that has the tornado spell on it. So let's just go look at our project tiles. I totally don't have a tornado there. Okay, so let's see. Basically, I want a copy of the gray cube 2-meter transparent, and this is going to be AnyRPG example tornado projectile, and then we can move that down into the projectiles directory here. Yeah, okay, that looks fine. So now we just need to go to the example tornado spell. And instead of the gray cube 2 meters, we want the AnyRPG example tornado projectile. And let me just check. Yeah, so we need to add the projectile script onto that. And then the game will properly be able to move it around. So let's test the next spell. We want the tornado AoE. Okay, this is going to do the exact same thing. It's not going to do anything. Let me just confirm that our example tornado AoE does example windshield AoE, which cast example tornado projectile, so it'll still end up with the same prefab in the end. Example water geyser. Okay, so we have an actual water projectile, or I mean water effect on that. So if we look at example water geyser AoE, we go to example water geyser, which does the example water slow effect, which has the water geyser sharp. So in this case, we want the blue cube 2-meter transparent. It's going to represent the water. So then that's okay. Water geyser AoE. Water geyser AoE needs its casting prefab set. Example water geyser AoE. Yeah, we need for this one, we just need basically the blue sphere, the regular one. And let's see, revive, I can't really test. Healing circle. That's working. Yeah, I'm getting healed. Healing missile, let's see, we're gonna try casting this at him. It's a green thing, it's gonna go over, it's gonna heal him. Good, so healing missile works. What else do we need? Nature sphere. Hey, this is the one that blew us up last time. Okay, so nature sphere is still, it still has some prefabs that are, yeah, this one right here. Okay, so the ability effect prefab on nature sphere needs to be the green sphere, and I'll use the transparent one. Okay, and let's see, next up we have, I did Nature Sphere, Healing Missile, Healing Circle, Blizzard Aura. Yeah, okay, that's good. We get that big blue ball around us that we can't zoom out of. It's actually one of my favorite ones. Okay, let's do Blizzard Destruction Aura, and we'll remove Blizzard Aura and Blizzard Destruction. Whoops, did I move the wrong one? Yeah. Okay, I'm just gonna loot all these guys because otherwise the enemies won't respawn. Let's do Chain Aura. Okay, awesome. They're chained. We know Blood Shield works. Let's try Tentacles. This should, yeah, levitate them. Interesting, it's stunning them, but okay. And Demonic Control. Let's just try that. Oh, it only works on undead, right. Okay. I'm not going to worry too much about that one for now. Fire Shield, we already know that works. Basically, if I run into these guys, they'll all just start ticking with fire damage. So that one is okay. Alright, and let's see what else we have here. Lightning, wait, no. Lightning Destruction Aura we can't do because it involves channeled spells. Rock Skin, yeah, that looks good. Blast of Light we know works. Earth Pulse we know works. Example Fireball we know works. We can do the Fireball AoE, same deal. Gonna shoot a bunch of red spheres at people. Firebolt, let's take all the loot here and get them to respawn again. And then I'll do an Ice Bolt as soon as somebody respawns. Good, Ice Bolt. Okay, Ice Bolt AoE. Alright, that works good. Meteor Strike. Yeah, good. And we got a Ring of Fire on the ground. As soon as they walk through it, they get that stuff on them, so that's great. Solar Radiation works. Boom. Right, Solar Radiation is the one I use for the bunnies. Okay, awesome. So it looks like all those ones work. Let's see, I have example Speed of the Wolf, and that's good. It's still on me. Let's see, Water Destruction Aura. Ooh. Circular reference detected, right on. So Water Destruction Aura AoE. Water Destruction Aura puts the status effect on you. Huh. Which is supposed to cast Water Destruction Aura AoE, I bet. Let's just make sure of that. So if we look at Water Destruction Aura, the regular status effect, it casts the AoE. Yeah, so that's exactly what we want. We want this example status effect to cast its AoE version of the spell. So that's good. Man, I love that circular reference protection. We're just gonna save a bunch of stuff because we made changes to a whole pile of prefabs here. Okay, now let's go back into the game and test the tornadoes and water destruction stuff. So load game, player name load. Okay, use our example Speed of the Wolf, run over into our combat zone. Okay, and now let's start over with those again. So Tornado AoE was the one I was most interested in. Let's see if these things actually... Oh yeah, we got a bunch of little gray cubes. They head out towards the guys. Okay, and we need to change that. So tornado projectile. Example tornado EOE does example windshield AOE, which does example tornado projectile, which does example levitated tornado effect. There we go. So this is what we need to change. I think this can just be our gray cube transparent. Yeah. Okay, that looks good. So next one, if I just wanted to throw a single tornado, same thing. Right, water geyser. Water geyser's okay. Okay, awesome. And let's see, was there anything else that wasn't working? I think every other spell I tested worked. Yeah, okay, that's good. Let's see. Yeah, water destruction aura. Okay, that's good. It automatically is targeting the guys around me. Let's do water shield. Okay, that's good. Water shield is just going to do it when they attack me. So that I think is working. Weakness. Does weakness work? Let's just toss weakness on this guy. Yeah, looks like weakness works. He's got a stat reduction, and that looks good. He's got a prefab on him. Wind destruction aura. Okay, this is going to send out a bunch of tornadoes. Okay, so wind destruction aura actually has the wrong prefab on it right here. This is supposed to be gray cube 2 meter transparent. Okay. And let's turn that off so we can see what's happening here. Our little fake tornadoes are heading out to people, so that's good. That's what we want. Wind shield. Okay, wind shield, same thing. Example wind shield. Example windshield status effect, and this one doesn't need the tornado smoke. It needs gray cube transparent 2 meters. Okay, and let's keep going. So that was the windshield. Dragon's breath. Oh, you know what? I need to create a really long red cube for dragon's breath. So we have a cube transparent 2 meters. Dragon's breath is, I think, it's a directional with extents 30 meters. Okay. So basically, like, we need a cube that's 5 wide, 2 tall, 30 long to represent this particular spell. So we're going to go into our prefabs and into the cubes, and we want the red cube 2 meter transparent. And basically, what's this going to be? This is going to be like 30 meter transparent, and the scale 5 to 30. Okay. And we're going to, basically I need this exact same thing in blue for the ice directional. So this is going to be renamed also to the blue cube 30 meter transparent. Change this to the blue transparent material. Okay, and then it is the dragon's breath, example dragon's breath AoE effect. flames loop. Yeah, so this is the one that needs to be the long red cube. And then we will also have example ice shards directional. And instead of the ice blast, that's where we need the long blue cube. Okay, so those two are okay. Let's see. Example life tether, that's a channeled spell, so we need to do same with the lightning tether ones. Nature's Embrace. Ah, right, this is just for me, so that's fine. Nature's Embrace AoE, good. It's working on all those guys. Ocean's Embrace, that's working, that's good. Blessing of the Makers, that's good. I get my stat boost. Teleport, we already know works. Warming Ray, we already know works. Okay, awesome. So with the exception of the weapons, we pretty much have all of our spell prefabs done. So let's just hop out of the game. We're going to hit save. And let's jump back into that. And now we're just going to go test basically all our spells all over again. So jump into our sample combat scene. Okay, so the first one we needed was a tornado. That's good. We got a transparent cube. We do a tornado AoE. That's good. We do a water geyser. It's working. We do a water geyser AoE. That's working. We do an example healing circle. We know that works. What were some of the other ones we're having trouble with here? I think everything else we proved worked pretty much. The only things that we really needed were, let's see, water destruction aura. Should be, yeah, that works good. And then, right, it was our directional, so Dragon's Breath. Yeah, okay, that's good. And let's see, Ice Shards. Okay, so my Ice Shards directional is a little on the long side. But I mean, that's cool. We got our Dragon's Breath directionals. Let's see, they're properly going out in front of us. We need to make each of them like half the length that they are. But I'm pretty happy with that. Actually, okay, if I hit windshield, then as soon as this guy attacks me, he'll punch me, and then he gets a windshield on him. That's good. Looks like that's working. And you know what? I actually had like a tornado shield in here somewhere. Where's my tornado shield? No, wind destruction ore. There we go. Good. So now I'm no longer getting like tornado graphics, and perfect. He's not getting tornado graphics either. He's just getting these gray cubes. They're all getting the gray cubes. Okay. We're doing pretty good here. So the only thing I really need to do now, let's take this blue cube 30 meters and turn it into actually blue cube 15 meters. And same thing for the red cube 30 meters. I think a more accurate length is 15 meters. And then basically what I want to do is for the ice shards directional, I set the prefab offset here to 0.5 on the Y. And I think I actually want to do that to like 7 approximately. And I think I want to do pretty much the same thing for the Dragon's Breath. example dragon's breath here, and I think I want to set that to like 7. And let's jump into the game again. Play, load game. Okay, and let's go back to our combat zone here. Okay, now we're gonna go try our Dragon's Breath spell. Okay. So that was like way off. Huh. Yeah, okay, so basically, our spell prefab isn't being like rotated with our character when we're using those values. Those are apparently world values. It's always just going to be like 7 on the world Z axis. So I guess we need to fix that. Yeah, okay. So we have the ability casting prefab in channeled ability here. And at some point, probably way down in our stack here, it's probably like way down in base ability here. Yeah, and let's find our ability casting prefab. There, we'll find all references to that and we'll figure out where. Yep, okay, that looks good. Position, spawn location. Yeah, okay. So basically, we're taking their position and we're adding the prefab offset on the world coordinates. What we actually want to do there is we want the okay, we're using prefab offset.x and prefab offset.y. So what we actually want to do is make a new vector 3 here and call it the fixed, you know what, I'm going to call it the relative prefab offset, and we're transform.transform point, and this is where we're going to go prefab offset. And then here we can swap that out for the relative prefab offset. And I think that'll work. So let's try that, because basically what we're doing is we're taking this prefab offset, turning it into a position that is relative to our character. So if our character is facing like right, then it's going to transform that, hopefully. Let's test that out. here. We don't even need to go to the combat level. We can just test. Whoa. Okay. No, that was not what we wanted. Wow. Hmm. So basically, our prefab offset is a vector 3. This is the world space position. Wait. You know what? There's a way easier way to do this, I think. I don't know what I'm doing there. From local space to world space. Yes. I see the problem now. What I called relative prefab offset should actually have just straight up been called spawn location. Because I don't need to add those. That is exactly what it's supposed to be right there. And let's try that. Okay, and load game. Okay, let's move ourselves over a little bit and then, oh yeah, there we go. That's better. Now it's properly facing in the right direction. Yeah, no matter which way we face, there it is, turning with us. Awesome. And same thing for the ice bolts. Yeah, that's what we want. Okay. Now let's just go in and just test, make sure that that works. I mean, it's mostly just a visual effect anyway. We didn't change the orientation of the actual spell, but here we go. Burning, burning, burning. Freezing, freezing, freezing. Yep, awesome. That is exactly what it doesn't necessarily need to be like 100% accurate. You can see actually my ice balls are like actually way shorter. I should probably actually change that. But the fire ones are pretty accurate. That looks like everybody's pretty much burning there. Okay, so I am happy with that. I am totally happy with that actually. So pretty much, with the exception of our gathering abilities and like our fishing abilities and stuff, as well as like some of our movement and the attacks, which are basically just the animations, we have everything in here now to allow you to experience the full content of the alpha game with example prefabs that are public domain or stuff that we owned and controlled and can give away. So it's getting close to 2 hours now on this stream, and I think what I'll do is I'll end the stream here, and I think we're like maybe one stream away now. In the next stream, basically all I need to do is just replace all of the animations that aren't public domain with public domain animations, I'll just make like a couple of weapons too, possibly, and then we'll actually have like a Unity package that we can release. So as always, if you like this type of content or you want to see more of it in the future, subscribe to the Cohesion YouTube channel, give the videos thumbs up, or just leave a note in the comments telling me what you'd like to see. Thanks for joining, and I will see you guys next time.